How's rant? Okay, this is about wind turbines. I know global warming, save the planet, and all that BS. Hey, you should watch my global warming videos. They're actually pretty good. I'm not sure on the lighting on this. I never film downhill. Usually I'm sitting on my desk or out in the garage. So, anywho, here's some facts about wind turbines. A lot of this is what it takes. Not so much. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'll just go on here. I got to use my cheat sheet. Okay. Now, as far as wind turbines, most of them come from China, right? You're all about save the planet, save the planet. Well, we're buying the wind turbines from China. Okay. Here's just some simple facts. The raw materials that go into the turbines. Some of it's pretty standard, copper, steel, materials like that, pretty readily available. Okay, so you figure 86% of the total weight of a wind turbine, is copper and steel. Like copper takes a lot. Like an alternator for your car, motors. Okay, all that is the heaviness of most of that stuff comes from the copper that's in it. But anyway, here's some facts on the wind turbines. Okay, let me open up my cheat sheet. Should have already had it open. Now, when President Trump was in office, he was talking about wind turbines killing birds, and they were laying all on the ground, and everybody was like, yeah, right, so it kills a few birds. Our national bird is the eagle. Years and years ago, the eagle, our national bird, almost went extinct because of bug spray, you could say, pesticides, DDT I believe it was, because it made the shell off course. Anyway, the wind turbines are in fact killing thousands of birds, okay? The reason being, they even have the same problem over in Europe. The reason being, as those blades are turning, the wind turbines are huge and you see it and you're looking at it and you're going, yeah, well, those blades really aren't spinning that fast. How in the hell can a bird hit it? You got to remember, the blades are white. The birds can't see that. If you're flying along and it's cloudy out, partly cloudy, and if it's sunny, birds don't, and if let's say you do spot it, you try to miss it, you're flying down here and the wind turbine is swinging this way, by the time you hit there, it's going to hit you and kill you. So what some countries in Europe have done is they paint one of the three blades black. That cut down on the bird deaths dramatically. But anyway, this isn't really also. Okay, before I get into the other parts of it. Also, offshore. You're like, and this is something I never thought of either. Okay, you have the wind turbines offshore. Yeah, they're ugly, blah, 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 blah. But, you don't see that many eagles flying out in the ocean or whatever. So offshore, you're thinking, okay, that's pretty good. It's not taking up land space. It's all for the good. But guess what? The pylons, okay, the concrete pylons, because you figure those windmills, wind turbines, are not just going to sit there out in the ocean by themselves. They'd move around. So they have to drill into the bottom of the oceans, okay, offshore. It's still the ocean. I don't care whether the depth is 100 feet, 500 feet, 1,000 feet, whatever. They have to drill down into the ocean bed to pour concrete down there in order to hold the wind turbines in place. So you're like, okay, so what's the problem with that? It kicks up a shitload of debris from the bottom of the ocean on those parts. I'm not saying like the bottom, like the Marianas Trench, deepest part. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking offshore, whether it's whether the water is 50 feet deep, 100 feet, or whatever. So anyway, they have to drill those concrete piers and pour concrete. You're kicking, not only by drilling, you're killing whatever life, corals or whatever else, whatever life is on the bottom of that area, whether it's shrimp, lobster, whatever, you're destroying a lot of that by drilling. Same thing with oil. By drilling, but there's less oil fields in there with the wind turbines. Also, there's a migration path of whales overseas, and they're building offshore wind turbines. The wind turbines are killing the whales. One of the reasons is, and you got to remember, whales, a lot of people don't realize whales are what they call filter feeders, okay? So they're not eating like big fish. They're not eating like sharks or dolphins or tuna or any of that. They're filter feeders. So when those whales are trying to eat and you're drilling into the ocean floor, kicking up all that debris, you're polluting the water. So now the whales are trying to feed, and they're filter feeders, so they're taking in a lot of those pollutants. A lot of the whales are hit by ships, because guess what? When you're out there building that wind turbine offshore, you got a lot of ships out there drilling, pouring concrete. Guess what? They have to come from shore, so they're going back and forth. So not only are you killing birds, large birds, not only are you killing the birds, you're also killing endangered whales that are on the endangered species list because mankind overfished them. So you're also doing that. So you're also killing whales. Oh, well yeah, but wind turbines, they're good though because they don't pollute. Guess again. Manufacturing process, when you're building a wind turbine, that does a lot of pollution, plus you're stripping Mother Earth. But here's a really nice part about, well, it's not nice, about some facts about wind turbines. Not only do they kill the whales and that, and yes, there is evidence of that. There is actual factual proof that just came out a couple of days ago about whales washing up dead on different coasts that are building these turbines offshore. So they are killing whales, not counting whatever else life they're killing. But also what goes in to building those wind turbines, all the materials that you have to strip the earth of to do it, right? Just like car batteries. I did some on EV batteries, and you should watch that. But get this, okay? You're all, oh, it's so good, wind turbines, yay! There you go. 45,000, okay? 45,000 kids, children, okay? Not adults, not older teenagers. These are 45,000 kids work in cobalt mines in the Congo, Africa, in case you didn't know what continent the Congo was. So you have 45,000 kids working in these cobalt mines so people can feel good about a wind turbine. Isn't that child slavery? Yeah. So anyway, 45,000 kids in the Congo, proven fact, in the Congo, work in cobalt mines. And cobalt not only goes into those wind turbines, it also goes into batteries for your EV vehicle. Oh, but I drive an electric vehicle, I don't pollute. Oh, bullshit, you do too pollute. You got to plug it in. Plus, you're stripping Mother Earth. Watch some of my other videos. Well, I already talked about the concrete piers. Birds dying. Most of them are made in China. The blades, okay, are fiberglass blades. At this time, those blades, when they need to be replaced, because they do get pitted, and in my renewable energy I did cover some of this stuff, those blades can't be recycled. They go into a landfill. So I am totally against wind turbines. And the reason I'm against, I mean, I wanted to have one out here. I was going to originally put one out here, a smaller one, and I would have painted one of the blades black if I had to, but then I would have thrown the balance off and it could have wobbled or whatever. So the good in one respect, the bad for Mother Nature. And if you're all about save the planet's not going anywhere. So if you're one of those whiny asses all about do good, save the planet, that's not going anywhere, then you should be in an uproar saying, well, wait a minute. 45,000 children, basically forced labor for the cobalt. Most of these wind turbines that we're buying in the U.S. and probably worldwide are coming from China. China doesn't have any kind of labor laws for kids. They pollute like crazy. There's a whole other video I could do on pollution and the fact that China actually is building 80 coal plants every single year. But anyway, wind turbines, bad idea. Offshore, they're too destructive. Even manufacturing is destructive. But if you say, well, we don't really care, about stripping Mother Earth, kicking up all that pollution and destroying forests, destroying mountains, they turn mountains into valleys. You don't care about any of that, but you're all about the renewable energy. Wind turbines cannot produce enough energy to sustain our country and most other countries. If the wind's not blowing, guess what? You're not producing. Just north of here, there's a whole shitload of wind turbines, right? And it looks ugly, destroys the landscape. But let's say you don't care about the landscape. Who cares if it looks ugly? Farmers are liking it because they're getting paid a shitload of money to have these turbines on their fields. So yeah, they're loving it because of the amount of money that's coming in. But they're ugly. But anyway, point being, when you go north of here and you see all these turbines, I would say probably 20% of them, on average, aren't working because there's something wrong with them. So they shut down. They have brakes on them, so if something goes wrong, theoretically, they shut down. If the wind's too strong, they'll either turn into the wind a certain degree to slow them down, or they have a braking system. But anyway, I wanted to keep this short. So think about all the wildlife and parts of the earth that are being destroyed for the wind turbines. It's a bad idea. You're doing too much damage to the planet, to Mother Nature, for the wind turbines. Anyway, I know I always rattle on, but anyway, I wanted to keep this short. So anyway, those are actual facts of the damage, and there's more than just those facts. There's plenty more out there. The damage that wind turbines do. So I'm against all these huge wind turbines. I'm sorry, look at Texas. When I already did a video on my renewable energy, when Texas got hit with that ice storm a couple years ago, all the wind turbines shut down and they were screwed because the wind turbines weren't turning because they froze up. So anyway, look at the damage that these wind turbines do, and most of the people that, ooh, let's save the planet. Most of you, I would think, would want to save wildlife also. And if you are, look at the damage that the wind turbines and the mining for materials are doing to the planet. Even if you don't care about child labor, okay, 45,000 kids working in cobalt mines in the Congo. Those are all facts, people. The killing of the whales, those are facts. The polluting of the oceans offshore by kicking up all that debris while you're putting the piers in for them, while the ships are going back and forth. You can see oil slicks. A lot of these old ships leak, and look here on the Great Lakes, or even some of the inner lakes. When boats pass by, there's always, especially at the launch sites, there's always oil residue on the water surface from the pollution. So anyway, those are just some facts about wind turbines that I don't think most people realize. So anyway, if the lighting's bad in this, let me know. This is the first time, like I say, I filmed down here. But anyway, if you like my videos, hit a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the little B in the bottom right hand corner down there. I'm up to, I think I got 143 subscribers. You need 1,000 to make money. I've got like 9,900 hours of views. Think about that, almost 10,000 hours of views. That's a hell of a lot of hours watching. That's a lot of hours. Somebody out there could do that in their head. They could say, okay, well, there's this many in a minute, blah, blah. I'm rattling on. So anyway, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. Tell a friend, tell anybody, tell anybody, tell an enemy. I do have a lot of 12 different categories, I believe. So there's something for everybody. But anyway, I just appreciate everybody watching my videos. And I am up at 86,000 views. So anyway, thanks for watching and more to come. Thank you.